Yeah, it's been a while. It's June 30th today. Janet and I are planning a hike. We've been taking quite a few hikes, but it's been I don't know, kind of a different kind of a start to summer. But anyway, our plan today is to hike up to Strawberry Lake, which we've done before, and I'll insert a picture of the last time we were there. I have yet to see Strawberry Lake without snow. So, fingers crossed today will be the day. And then from Strawberry Lake, we'll hike to Wildcat Lake, which neither of us have been to before. Wildcat Lake is in part of the Jewel Basin area. So I'm interested to see how this is going to go. It's I don't see a cloud in the sky. It's a gorgeous day, but it's going to be hot. So I have plenty of water packed. I have my water filter water bottle from Eva. Hi, Eva. And so I feel fairly prepared. So we'll see how this goes. And I probably won't show much of the Strawberry Lake hike unless there's a ton of wildflowers or something that I just can't resist. So hopefully I will see you up at Strawberry Lake in a little bit. We're getting almost as familiar with this trail as you are with Columbia Mountain.
7:30 blast off.
All right. That's not bad. That's pretty good. 7:30. Cow parsnip or cow turnip. I'll look it up. I should have already looked it up, shouldn't I?
I should remember one of these days which one it is.
Yeah. Let's go. We're getting up there.
Yeah.
They were chatty the other day when Kim and I were out hiking too. Ooh, what? Oh, wow. Aren't those pretty?
Oh, feeling warm breezes now on my face.
No.
Picture taking.
Those are beautiful.
Some of them are tipped down so far,
I know, you gotta get under them.
Yeah.
Those are pretty. Heavy breathing. Beautiful little clematis. A lot of pretty stuff today. Here's one that's kind of pinky looking and it's still fresh.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty.
Nice. Lots of canola.
When we were here, this was all snow. Last time I was here.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Had to climb over that bank. And
Yeah.
I like that better. This is nice. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, this is pleasant. Hi, buddy. Well, how many fish did you caught?
Just setting it up right now.
Oh, man, come on, man.
We were ready for lunch.
Yeah.
The bugs here are crazy though.
Yeah.
Do you need some spray?
I think I'm fine. Water.
Okay. Well, quite the different view. Yeah. That's a pretty little lake.
Yep.
I can see why people come here. All right. Leaving Strawberry Lake, making our way to Wildcat, we hope. That's pretty.
Yeah. This is I assume where all the nice shots of this lake I've seen come from.
Yeah, I think so. They're pretty, aren't they? They are. Janet tells me there'll be snow.
There was last week.
All right.
We're coming to it soon.
Okay, we will see. I hear a big creek down there.
Yep.
All right.
We're coming to that soon, too.
Yeah, no problem.
Hair look. Do I have to redo my eye makeup?
You know who looks better? You do. I look like a piece of crap. I'll tell you that right now.
I started this with a pattern where you knit every other stitch with a contrasting color, so color work, and it didn't look nice.
Oh.
So I ripped out,
With that yarn?
yeah, this and black.
Was it? Oh, I was going to say, was it too busy? You just didn't like it.
I just didn't like the way,
Yeah.
it didn't look the way I expected it to look.
I love that.
So I might, the sample that I saw used a light color with a bright color. So I might just get a lighter, maybe, I don't think white would be pretty. A tan or a cream.
A tan or cream would be nice.
Yeah.
So what's the yarn?
Trekking Maxima.
And what's the colorway?
921.
Did you get that at the shop?
No, I think I bought this in Whitefish at the shop up there.
Oh, nice.
Zitron Maxima.
I love that color.
Yeah, I like the way it bleeds into each other.
It's really pretty. Yeah, hold that up. Let me see that. The sock, the way it's knitting. Yeah, I really like that. partly shady on the way down, so that feels pretty good. Yes, I'm talking to myself, Janet. Hi everybody. Yeah, that was the hike Janet and I took, and another interesting thing that happened on that hike was I fell down. I didn't just trip a little and slip on the trail. I tripped and I fell off the trail. I was downhill, my head was downhill, my feet were up towards the trail. I was kind of a mess. That happened fairly early on in the hike on the way to Strawberry Lake. Luckily for me, this time I didn't break my glasses and I just got skinned up a little, and I was fine other than feeling kind of foolish. But stuff happens. And on the way back from Wildcat Lake, maybe about the time we reached Wildcat Lake, I started feeling pretty sick. And after I got home, I realized it was probably due to heat exhaustion. And because I looked up the symptoms I had, I was feeling just so tired. Every time Janet and I stopped to take a break, and we started taking a lot of breaks at that point because I was just exhausted. I would not just stop and catch my breath, because the way up from Wildcat Lake was really steep, and that's why we didn't go all the way to the shoreline. We could have. It looked like it was just another half mile to maybe 3/4 mile from the hill we were on to the shoreline, but we could see it was going to be quite a steep climb up in the full sun, and it was really hot out that day, and neither Janet nor I felt like putting ourselves through that. So after we got a decent look at Wildcat Lake, we started back up the hill. We had come about maybe halfway down that hill, and so we had a steep climb back up, and that was in quite a bit of sun, and I started feeling really sick. So when we would take a break to catch our breath, I would just sit down, which I normally do not do. And I was so tired. I had a really bad headache. I was feeling nauseous. We made it back to the top of the hill near the snowfields, and that's where Janet asked me if I wanted to stop for a lunch break. She had also offered to take some of the weight out of my pack, which I wouldn't let her do, but that was really nice of her to offer. And I remember thinking when she asked me if I wanted to stop for lunch that was a decision I could not come up with an answer to. And that's how I recognized that my thinking had gotten confused. So thank goodness I wasn't out hiking alone that day. I don't do very many hikes by myself, but that would not have been a good one to attempt alone. Luckily, Janet was there. She wasn't suffering from heat exhaustion. We sat down and had lunch, and mostly I just drank water. I had like a couple bites of the cheese I had brought and one strawberry, and that was lunch, because that's all I could stomach. But resting and drinking a lot of water is what made me feel better. And then the rest of the way out, I think, was pretty much all downhill from that point on. So, yeah. And that's when we got back to the lake and to Strawberry Lake, and Janet got out her knitting and I recorded her. I could have gotten mine out, but I wasn't up to much of anything at that point. We saw 4 other hikers on our way up to Strawberry Lake that day, and we saw no one on the way to Wildcat Lake. And when we got back to the trailhead, when we put our feet in the water, there were no other cars at the trailhead. And Strawberry Lake is a super popular hike because it's not far from town, it's easy to reach. A lot of people do it, but there was no one else out there. I think everybody was like, it's too hot for that. I did take something up with me, and I'll show that to you. But since then, I have restarted it, and I'll tell you the reason why. These are the socks. This is the sock I took up. Here's the yarn. I think that's really, really pretty. Yeah, the yarn is Different Style by Teal Torch Knits. And here, the pattern I'm using is called Glacier Socks by Liz Harris. And that's how the pattern's turning out. I had these started, but I had used the same color for the toe. And my friend Katie sent me a package. Hi, Katie. She sent a really nice package in the mail. She sent things for Janet and also things for me. And one of the things she sent for me was this mini, and it's called Emerald City by Leading Men Fiber Arts, because she knows I like the Wizard of Oz so much. And when I saw this, I thought, you know what? That would make really good contrast color for these socks. So I was about up to here, just past the toe. So I ripped it out so I could use your mini in that, Katie, because I think it's going to look really nice. Katie also sent this project bag with witch hats on it. More Wizard of Oz theme. I think that's really cute. This is from Little Robin Cottage, and I looked them up on Etsy, and she has some really cute things on there. Little Robin Cottage. And here's a little bird for a progress keeper. Katie also sent this mini. She said she was sending me some of her favorite makers. This is also from Leading Men Fiber Arts. This is a mini called Boo. That's pretty. Look forward to finding something to use that in. She sent some foldable scissors, which will come in handy. And she also sent some stitch markers, which are really pretty. These are from Kathy's Creations. Katie lives in Pennsylvania, and this person is also Pennsylvania. Well, thank you so much, Katie. I really appreciate that. Oh, and she sent this, she called it a Christmas in July package, and she also sent this, wow, so thick, this dish towel. Super thick 4th of July theme, which is tomorrow. Today is July 3rd, just FYI. So, yeah, I got started on these socks. I picked the glacier pattern because Janet and I have a special hike planned later this year, and I wanted to take something up there so that it would kind of fit in with the theme of our hike. So yeah, I know it's been, let's see, 5 months since I've podcasted. It's been quite a while. I guess I just needed a break, obviously. I've been knitting a lot. I've knit a lot. My knitting has come, my arm seems fine, and I've been knitting a lot, as you'll see. I can't even show you everything I've knit. Some of it is, I can't show yet because of the people who watch this, and then it would just make this too long also. But yeah, I guess I needed a break. I'm going to try to take it a little easier on myself. You know, try not to make it so long between podcasts. One of the oldest items I picked up and finished. Now that is something I did feel inspired about after I started knitting again. It was like, let's finish some projects I had going. And one of them was this, these sheep. It's a pattern by Susan B. Anderson. That's one of the sheep. And I wanted to finish these up. I had them all finished. Well, this one, I think one of them I had to put together. I can't remember which one it was. One of them I still had to get put together. But most of the bodies were finished. Yeah, so on that pattern, she has you just do an I-cord for their legs. And I wanted my sheep to stand up. Now this one it didn't work out on. I just did a little tube for him. Just, circular little thing. So that didn't work. But because he's too big and heavy. But for these other ones, I did get them to stand up. I think they're really cute. They do stand up, and the way they stand up is I knit a little tube, and then I didn't attach it. I knit a tube separate, I didn't attach it. I measured a piece of pipe cleaner, stuck it in them fairly far so it wouldn't come out, and then I stuck the tube onto the pipe cleaner. So there's a little pipe cleaner inside each leg, and it works. They stand up. They're pretty cute. I don't know. I like them better that way. So I finished those. Oh my gosh, they took, let me look this up. I started them September 23rd, 2017. And I finished them this year on April 9th. It feels good to finish stuff, doesn't it? Yeah, old projects. These were just something cute I liked, and her patterns, Susan B. Anderson's patterns are adorable. And this was just some old Karen yarn I had, from Stash. So I got those 3 sheep done. That felt really good, I'll tell you. Another finished object that I had started a ways back is my Blaze socks. This pattern is by Jan Swarbrick. I didn't write down when I started them, but I know it was a long time ago. I finished them April 11th. I think they're really pretty. Jan's patterns are always really nice. The yarn is from Mint Rain, and it's called Trekkie. And the toes and heels are just some leftover gray sock yarn I had around the house I thought would look well with that. So yeah, I like those. They're finished. That felt good to have that done. It felt good to knit again. Felt good to knit a lot again. I'll tell you. And I was looking for something to do with this yarn I got from Huckleberry Knits. I bought this yarn because it's called Going to the Sun, which is the name of the Going to the Sun Road in Glacier National Park, in case you don't know. This pattern is called That 70s Tea by Janine McCarty. It is you knit the sleeves separate and then you attach them. So it is kind of still a raglan. This brown yarn is from the Cat Lady yarn. It's called Goldenrod. Is that beautiful or what? And I striped the body with, I'll insert a picture too so you can really see it better. I striped the body with the Going to the Sun yarn and with Deep Woods by the Cat Lady. Beautiful yarn. Really pretty. I think it turned out really, really well. I really like this. It was a different knitting technique than I'd ever done. Now the pattern designer actually striped her sleeves and then made her body solid, but I wanted to do just the opposite. It works out, right? It's kind of raglan, but it has that interesting little, the sleeves are not right. I wasn't sure how it was going to work out when I was knitting it, but as it is with most patterns, I just keep going, and the pattern creators are usually right. I really like this. I thought it turned out really well. So that's one sweater. Although that's not really a sweater, that's a t-shirt. This is my second one. This is called the Marry Me Darcy. Really like this one. I'll insert a picture of this one too. So I got enthused to finish this up, or to start it and finish it, because Christine of the Sweet Lavender Knits podcast is doing a make-along. It's a garment make-along. It's a year long. You got plenty of time to jump in on that. And I thought, you know, I want to get this sweater started. So I did. This is the Marry Me Darcy pattern by Megan Ann Lama. The yarn is from Dye House. It's sport weight. Colors are rusty and blue gray. Now, I bought this at the Northwest Fiber Festival, which had to have been at least 2 years ago. And here's my advice. Don't wait 2 years after you buy yarn to start your sweater. Because I ran out of this contrast color. I don't know why. It said you just needed one skein, but I still ran out. And so the sleeves, I was pretty much planning on making them 3/4 length anyway, and I like the way they turned out. It's a light sweater, you know, it's not a heavy winter sweater. So I like the way the sleeves turned out. So I did contact the yarn dyer, the shop I think she's in Washington State. I did email her and ask her if she had any more of this yarn, the rusty color. She said, we're not even using that same wool anymore, that type of wool. So she says, I don't think I can match that. And no, I don't have any. And she felt bad. She asked if I had a plan B. And I go, yeah, I'll figure it out. You know, it's not that crucial. So what I did was I just shortened the pattern on the sleeves. And I think it works out fine because I think this way it doesn't look terribly busy, you know. And yeah, those are cats on there on the pattern. And I'm not really sure why, because Pride and Prejudice doesn't have, I don't think there's any cat involvement in Pride and Prejudice. I remember maybe a dog or two, whatever. I like the pattern. Yeah, I think it's really pretty. I think it turned out nice. I have another sweater that I better get started on because I bought yarn for that 2 years ago too. Yeah, not my best plan. So I think that might be about it for this podcast. I have some other things I have knit. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I should talk about Russell's mermaid tail. I did finish that. I got that done. That was one of the first things I finished when I started knitting again. I started that on September 27th last year, and I finished it March 22nd this year. And I don't have it with me, but I'll throw in a little video I took of him in it and some pictures of him. He really enjoys it. We're still playing with it, so that worked out really well. That's pretty cool, buddy.
Listen up. Okay, I want to see it.
Okay. So I'm going to try to keep this kind of short. I want to say thanks to Susan and Fiona in Great Britain, Katie, of course, in Pennsylvania, Sandra in Oregon, my friend Sandra. Hi, Sandra. Sandy in Arizona. Hi, Sandy. Laura in Indiana. Hi, Laura. Sally in Ohio. My friend Janet. And Linda in New Jersey. You've all been really supportive, and there's probably been a few other people, but those were the main ones I could remember that had reached out to me and asked me if I was going to podcast ever again. And yeah, it's been a good break. Like I say, I felt like I needed it, but I really appreciate you guys for thinking of me. I did want to recommend one podcast I've been listening to. It's called You're Gonna Die Out There. I don't know, I found them on Instagram, I think, or something like that. But it's not a video podcast, it's a podcast on the internet, and I'll link to it below. But if you're interested in outdoor things and learning things, it's a couple biologists, and they talk about all kinds of different topics outside. So it's been fun to listen to. I'm going to have a small off the porch segment. I'm not even sure I should call it that anymore. I'm going to throw in our new chicken, Snowball. She has a little story of her own, but it's not that interesting. So I'm not going to bother telling you. We've got some horses on loan that are eating our grass. And if you don't know why that would be, it's because the grass around here gets really long. We can't water it because we're on 10 acres and that's just too much to water it all. So it turns brown in the late summer and becomes a huge fire hazard if it hasn't been mowed down by something. So the horses do a great job of that. So we're really lucky that our neighbor does this for us. And I'll show a few flowers, the first fawn we saw, a few deer pictures that the trail cam has taken. Larky keeps, I don't know, most of the deer don't get too close because of him right now, but anyway, that's what it is. You can find me on Instagram as Victoria Jean W, and on Ravelry as Victoria Jean, and my email is vjwilliams54@gmail.com. I really appreciate everybody for watching and hanging in there. I think that's it. I hope you're all doing well. I hope COVID's not coming back where you are. And I hope you're looking forward to a great summer. Have a good 4th of July. Goodbye from Northwest Montana. Thanks. Hi guys. Yeah. Yeah, that's some good stuff, huh? Yeah. Larky, quit. Better get in there and get some, Snowball.
What do I say?
Okay, so here's Russell, and he has a couple of jokes to tell. Do you remember those jokes you told your dad
Yeah.
for Father's Day?
Yeah.
Okay, what's the first one?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Boo.
Boo-hoo.
Oh, don't cry.
Oh, don't cry. Good one,
What's the
Russell.
next one?
It's
Oh, I love you.
Uh-huh.
What does the volcano say to the other volcano?
I don't know.
I love you.
And what does that mean?
It's I love you instead of I love you.
Good jokes, Russell. Well done. Thanks. And finally, the peony in our front garden finally bloomed July 1st. When we were in Boise, they would have bloomed by Memorial Day weekend at least. I think they're lovely. And there's Felix, one of our cats, trying to stay out of the heat on the front porch. Thanks so much for watching. And I'll try to link to everything below the podcast as usual. See you next time.